Hello, 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 guys and gals and non-binary pals. Welcome to another Gemcraft Frostborn Wrath. I am incredibly sorry that I was late in starting. I didn't realize how exhausted I was after working for 7 days in a row. Um, I turned off my morning alarms to wake up at 9 and 10, and I slept through my 11:30 alarm. So I didn't even notice that I was late until I woke up and looked at my phone and saw that it was 1:50 already. Um, so I apologize for that. Um, I have quickly eaten and whatnot to actually be able to stream. So hopefully there's no other delay. We're probably gonna go for 4 hours now just because of that. Well, I guess it'd be 3.5 hours. But last time we played, we got to wizard level 151, a fun palindrome, and we've explored 88 fields. Technically a palindrome, but not fully. This time, instead of trying to go and do more new levels and trying to figure out what the best path is and getting through E and F and all that, I figure it's best if we go back over here to N5 again and try and get the endurance stash, because inside the endurance one here is the slow gem, and that will just allow us to keep going further. Last time two times ago? 2 times ago we got the Mana Leech gem, and it allowed us to progress further. We had also beaten the giant, or the guardian that was in the way, and because of that we've been able to retool some of these a bit better to be able to keep advancing. Mana gems and beam are our main components that we're looking for. I could probably upgrade resonance to do more damage and have higher range, but we're gonna jump in here and try and get the endurance stash. This was the whole point of titling it with the word slow, slowing. But I'd also like to go back through all the ones that I haven't done endurance mode on at all. I need to blockade those. And blockade that. And then I will put a tower here like I have been. We're gonna go mana, crit, and armor tearing, doubling up on mana. I'll do that. Okay, and then we do slow and poison. I want to do mana. I can't combine those. Okay. Combine all that. We're gonna go a bit slow for now. But I hope that by putting the mana in here once I go with the barrage inside of it. Hopefully that will allow it to gain a bit more. So that will let me have more mana with increased specials. And then I can duplicate this and put it there. Okay. So with armor tearing, crit, and mana, this will get me mana every time it shoots, which is exactly what I want. I didn't mean to put 2 there, but that's okay. Okay. I'll block off these like I have been in the past. It did not let me place another tower there. Okay. I'm just going to keep doing that. And then I'll build more towers up here. Yeah, we'll go there. That blocks that off fully. But so does that. Okay. So now the monsters have to go up and around this way, and then go down, and go back up. This targets the highest banishment cost. Well, let's target the least health. It goes up and around, and then they've got to go down, and then they go however they want in there. I wasn't paying attention over here. Okay. We're gonna have a flying entity in a second. That's not gonna be good. Let's not have it go very fast. Attempting to keep everything as forward as possible. Let's go with pure poison and mana. We'll go highest armor. And then we'll go increase specials there. Another Spectre. Let's increase the speed for right now. Okay. I'm going to duplicate that, put it here. Okay. I might have too many towers right now. I guess that's always the possibility, just having too many of one thing. Okay. Alright, let's hope that I can tear this down quicker. Okay. I think I'm going to duplicate this and just put another one there. Okay. Okay, just use all of those abilities because I don't normally use them. 2 of these attacking the wizard stash might do better. I don't actually think that's the case. Maybe I should just do a pure armor tearing gem. Attack it that way. It might just be better, actually. Just pure armor tearing to break through the armor. Is reduce it by almost 5 armor per hit. We've got effects happening, which makes me think that there's going to be a spire or a shadow demon in a second. It is a demon. Okay. That's outside of range. Otherwise I would freeze it right now. It's also still outside of range. Okay. You're gonna stop inside of the range. No, you're still outside of the range of all of my towers. is frozen, right? Yeah, it's still moving. Take off 10% of its health. Okay. It's out of the freeze now. Okay, but it's dead. That's what matters there. It was dead. Let's upgrade that one to 5 now. Okay. Brush should be gone in just a moment. Allows me to put out a new beam. And now the range and the beam range are different, so it's not only going to target what it can. I think I'm safe to speed up a second. I don't want to go too fast though. But at least while there's nothing flying around on the screen, it's fine. Okay. Let's do that. Freeze all those. Alrighty, this seems to be working fine. I need one more level on this for the mana leech to be the most effective it can be. But I think that's okay for now. Make that level 5. The wizard stash is approaching half health. Okay, we've got giants in just a wave. I'd like to put a bolt on this, but I want to make sure that all the actual monsters are gone first. Take off 10% of their health. Okay. Let's speed it up because they're giants. Okay. Use barrage. Freeze all of those. Okay. I know that's probably bad timing, but I'd rather use the pylon there than a bolt from that one. Okay. Just make everything level 6 now. We'll speed up all the giants. Okay. Maybe the targeting is not good right now. Let's go after least health instead. Too many things are getting through now. I don't know if there's much I can do right now. I could combine the tier 6s together. Do that, and then yeah, we can leave it there. Okay, the level 8 gem should be strong enough. It's just in a bad location to try to use the beam. lost the one orblet I had, but I think that's okay right now. Put everything into this one. I'm definitely not gonna win this, but maybe I can open the wizard stash. Okay, that's not doing enough. Okay. I think I'm starting to stabilize. That's not doing enough. Okay. Okay, this is going badly. Like, pretty much extremely badly at this point. Okay. I was under the impression that this would be enough just to have a level 8 to keep up. Okay. This isn't going that well, but it's not going terribly. Keep targeting the lowest health, and then when I give it beam, I can target that again. And the wizard stash should go down, and that's the important thing right now. It's for the wizard stash to drop. There's a spire. There we go. That spire's gonna be an issue. Does it take damage from barrage? It looks like it does. just a 10th of its health. Okay. No, it's fully attacking it. The only reason I'm still alive now is because of the mana pool I have. $31K left. Okay, the spire should be destroyed in just a moment. There we go. Quite a few shadow cores. Okay, I'm gonna move back here. Okay, I don't know if any of what I'm doing is actually helping. It's probably not. And also these are probably just too low level to do anything. Okay. Alright, I don't think I'm gonna survive this much longer. But I did get the wizard stash open, so that's all I needed to care about. We're gonna go back up here, least hit points. Okay. The barrage can still target down there even. That's interesting. Okay, I don't think any of this is working. Yeah, it'll just speed up the death. Have 60 fields lit in endurance mode. Oh, cool. And we did gain some XP. Damage to giants, swarmlings, and reavers. Not terrible, but not what we're looking for. And slowing, which is the skill tome that we intentionally went for this time. I kind of thought it would take more than just one run in it, but that's fine. Now, we have the slowing gem as well. We just need crit and bleed. Or I guess crit is here and bleed is here, most likely. But that's fine. Alright, so the whole goal of today is to go back through a lot of these that don't have endurance mode lit up and just do the endurance modes. Oh, there's something in the middle there, which probably was the wizard stash. But we're not even going to care about winning or losing, because doing the endurance mode just means that we're basically going for more XP than anything else. Okay. No matter how I look at this, they have to come in through here. Which means setting it up like this. We'll do crit, mana, armor tear, mana. And then we will make them have to go closer to it. And we blockade that, and we blockade that. To make them have to go around this way. And then I can still duplicate that and put it there. Okay. Okay, and then I'll duplicate and put over here and start destroying the beacons. The bolt should be able to hit that beacon, and then just regular attack should hit that one. Okay, let's slow down. Alright. We'll upgrade and give this the beam again in just a moment. Once I'm out of barrage. The beacon is lower than the other one. Okay. This beacon should be gone in just a bit, hopefully. At least you'd probably think so. Okay, let's see. I probably should put some traps here and here. And do slow poison, mana, poison. those with highest shields. Okay, I definitely want these beacons to be destroyed. $792. There we go. Increase the specials. Okay. Takes off 400 to 500, it looks like. Does not take off as much as it seems like it should. Okay, slow down again, give that the bolt a second time. Oh, it's more than the second time I've given it a bolt, but whatever. That wasn't the important part of my statement. Make that level 4, make that level 4, make that level 4. That is still standing there. Okay, let's go up here to destroy these two. Especially that annoying resocketing one. Okay. This could be going worse. Alright. All the giants walking slowly. Okay. Let's go back to single speed. I don't know why I was suddenly trying to target the healing beacon. Okay. The discharging beacon is almost down. Okay. Now that doesn't have to keep getting resocketed. They're 3 mana shards and none of them have a ton of mana. So I'm not even that worried about trying to collect them. Alright. Speed up things just a little bit to get the monsters closer. Alright, I do think I'll move back to here. Well, actually, let's go to there. Because now I force them to all go through the same spot. Which means I could do another trap here. Let's upgrade this one to 5. Just to make up for the fact that it's alone now. Okay. Until a bunch of flying entities, or like ones that have a lot of health appear, this isn't worrying me. Like once I start getting a lot of the flying entities, especially spires and demons to appear, that's when it becomes difficult and I have to pay attention. But until that point, I don't have to do much, in all honesty. Speaking of flying entities, it looks like next wave will have a few. Let's send this wave early. It's just the 2 giants. It's a specter, okay. Slow down just to be safe. Just to be safe in case that specter goes a different direction than anticipated. Or the beam runs out at the wrong moment there, like it almost did. That could have been bad too. Alright. Just a bunch of giants on the field. Okay. 2 wraiths on the field at once. That's rare. Okay. It's probably not a good idea to upgrade then. Okay. Hopefully the wraith will go closer. Close enough for me to actually attack it. Okay, there's a specter in play as well. The wraith has been taken care of. Okay. Specter's been taken care of. Okay, that all seems to be going fine now. Okay. We are surviving. At least for now, anyways. Alright. We'll just do that, and then we can put the beam there again. Now we're essentially just waiting for the giants to get closer, so we'll speed up. And in the meantime, here are all of the swarmlings of the next wave. Okay. This can start targeting the least health instead. Okay. Use the whiteout to slow them down. might be surviving, but I'm not surviving very well right now. Okay. Alrighty, is this going to work out? Does not seem like it. Target least health as well. Okay. This is not going great. Oh no, I need to have one of these available. Alright, we're gonna do the risky thing. Okay. There's a spire on the field now too. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna be able to deal with the spire and all of the monsters on the field at once right now. I'm just not generating enough mana. And the banishment costs are getting too high. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's fine. We got 20-something thousand XP anyways. And we're just going to try and fill in all the backline stuff that I don't have the endurance modes of anyways, so. We leveled up. That's important too. Alright, let's go with this one now. Endurance mode. If I really want to go for XP, I can just up the number of monsters. Yeah, why not? More swarmlings that make spawnlings. And that's fine. Alright, we're just gonna do a bunch more monsters, and they all make more monsters when they die. Shrine covers all angles of the circle around itself. We're going to make it so they don't come through this side. They have to go through this side. Alright. Critical, armor tearing, and mana are the main things I like to add together. And we'll just upgrade that to level 4 because I'll probably need level 4 to start with. I'll just put a trapped bolt in there. Okay. We're already at 4K XP. Nope, not quite. There we go, now we got the beam. If that charges fully, I should be able to clear most of the stuff on the screen. Okay, it did not charge fully. I only fully beat the first wave and that was it. That's fun. Okay, let's do that again, but without the faster wave stones. That way hopefully there's a little bit more breathing room between the waves. Right, block there. Block there. They have to come from over here. There's a trap. Do that. Poison, slow, mana. Okay. Having that trap already active is actually a lot more helpful than I realized. This is making a lot of this just one-shot the enemy. It is also helpful to not have the enemies spawn as quickly. risky a bit there. Upgrade and give that barrage. Okay. Not being surrounded by this already is really nice. Okay. It's now level 5. We'll go back to beam. Slow all those, freeze them, get barrage. Okay, that orblet is gone now. I'm not capable of getting that back. This is at 64% now. Okay. Alright, give that bolt just to have something to equipped. Now go back to barrage. As soon as I get the shrine active, I'll be able to stabilize. Okay, use beam again. We're almost at 100% charge on the shrine, which will really help. I'll use the shrine right now. Upgrade that to 7 and give it barrage again. It might have been a bad idea to upgrade that one. I've gotten enough mana that it's no longer a bad idea. Okay. I just had to pay a bit more attention to what was going on. Okay, this trap is actually doing really well, just as stopping power. Or splitting them up so that this can take over. level 7, it now gets the extra benefit of the mana gem. Which just makes this a lot better of a tower. 1.4 mana per hit. This is at 3.51 mana per hit with 30% increased specials, so really good amount of mana leech happening, which is keeping me in the game a lot better than you would probably realize. Beam is gone, but now I have another beam already. Alright, I probably want to upgrade the trap, because it just ignores armor first. It also generates more mana per hit than my tower does. Freeze all that, give that barrage as well. Freeze it again. Okay, I don't know what happens with the targeting system for barrage, because it goes everywhere except for like where there's a cluster of things. Talisman fragment, that's nice. This is level 8. Some entity is on the screen. There's a wraith. Probably some other entity is going to appear though. Okay. $15,936 to level up. Let's do that. I know I lose 0.2 seconds of a beam, but that's fine. 2 mana per hit. This is 4.8 mana per hit. Okay, that wraith is going to stay on screen for a while. Unless I can hit it with the shrine. Finish it off that way. Okay. Even with this making me do 10% less damage, okay, there's just a spire over there. Walking a path that I have no preparations for. Okay. That's a problem. That's a very big problem. have to rely on that. And I've got a shrine. Okay, that did a bit. It's not in range yet, so for now, go back over here. I need it to be over where the mana shard is. Then it'll be in range outside of just using bolts and barrage to hit it. Right now I need to keep all the other swarmlings off. Okay, I should be able to take it out within 1 to 2 hits. Just freeze it in place. I didn't do endurance mode, did I? Because this only has 30 waves. And I didn't realize that until right now. I'll wait until the beam runs out before I move this up there again. Okay, beam has run out. We're not doing enough to the spire. Go back over here. Slow those down. Upgrade and barrage. Reach a chain of 2400. Oh, but I lost the chain. Because of the stupid spire not dying quickly. Man. Also, I guess I should have realized it when the wizard stash was still there, even though in endurance mode it didn't show up. On the map, at least. Alright, well, nothing else terrible could happen, so let's just send all the next 3 waves. It's only close to 200 entities. Destroy 100 monsters while time is frozen. Slurred a lot of those words. Decided to die for a second. So that's a little weird. I think I'm back anyways. Okay. That was strange. I don't know why internet decided to stop. Huh. Anyways, the only thing that happened is we got the Wave Smasher reached 10,000 waves beaten through all the battles. And I did do this on Journey mode instead of on Endurance mode like I intended. I did realize that right at the end. Okay. So, I mean, hey, we leveled up and all that, but let's try this on Endurance mode this time. Yeah, so we got through 30 waves on Journey mode with all these extra things. So we should feasibly be able to get through 30 waves now on Endurance mode. Okay, but it does look like there's more Reavers and Giants now. Mostly because turning 10% or 120%, whatever it was, turning a bunch of waves into Reavers when there's, or turning a bunch of Reaver waves into Swarmlings when there's 80 waves is not as much as when there's only 30 waves. Oh, I did not blockade there. Whoops. That's okay. Upgrade and beam. And then we upgrade and barrage. Just a second. Upgrade barrage that. So that makes the mana leech do a whole lot more. Okay. Should still be able to beat this. Slow down on the Swarmling waves. Okay. $39.84 to upgrade again. Okay, now if a demon appears though, this will still be real difficult. The chain is not lasting as long either. Part of this is just there's a lot less swarmlings, and therefore I'm not constantly needing to fight. Okay. This is going all fine right now. Upgrade that to 7. We'll upgrade this to 7 in just a moment. And then we'll make the trap level 8 first. .6 seconds on the beam. Okay. We're keeping this at a slow rate rather than fast pace, so that if the beam runs out when I'm not expecting it, I can always apply a new one. And so I can reapply things quickly when I need them. Like that. $650 chain. Not terrible. Okay. I have to use the shrine every time I got it to 100% though, so that's nice. Okay. Speed up because nothing's on the screen. Slow back down now that we're back in combat. 936. Okay, upgrade that, put a new barrage on it. Now we're getting 4.84 mana per hit again. Okay. This is going fine, and the shrine is almost at 200% charge, which didn't happen when we only had 30 waves on the journey mode. Mostly because I had so many more swarmling waves that I had to deal with. So there was constant combat versus this has lulls in the combat. I don't have to constantly be shooting. there going to be a flying entity of some kind shortly? I see a lot of waves of swarmlings coming in just a moment. The temptation to send a bunch of waves of swarmlings all at once is there. Because it's 5 waves of swarmlings in a row and then giants. I kind of want to click on it. But I also feel like that would definitely overwhelm what I'm doing. Okay. I'm not getting overwhelmed yet. Which is probably famous last words. Because as soon as I say that, I'll get overwhelmed. Lost the beam for just a moment there. Just make all that slow down. There haven't been any flying entities yet. This can upgrade there. I don't really think I need them, but we'll put towers there for when flying entities do start appearing. Okay. This is going fine. There's a lot of waves of connected swarmlings. Okay, let's just speed this up now. There's a flying entity going to be appearing in just a second. Probably the next wave or two will summon the flying thing. Okay. Speed up the giants. There's a wraith. Okay. That first swarmling didn't even make it past the trap. It's kind of funny. I've not had to use the shrine once, whereas on the journey mode I needed to because they're constant swarmlings. And they kept appearing before I could use the next, or before I got the next beam. Okay, that wraith is dead. Another Wraith, though. Swap to Bolt just to get rid of that. Go back to Beam. Even if I did use the Shrine, that one still has to spawn the spawnlings first. Can upgrade that one and hopefully it'll be resocketed by the time it's necessary. Good. I need 63k, which is at least mana pool 10. Maybe even mana pool 11. Okay, the number of swarmlings is increasing as well. Yeah, the number of swarmlings is kind of increasing, I guess. One of those was 40 after a 58. So I guess not technically increasing consistently. There's a spire. Let's speed up the spire's walk. Let's finally use that. It does actually hit the flying entities. I was not certain if that was the case. Let's use it a second time then. Got rid of the apparition. Okay. And the spire is not hurt that much actually. But it should be going into the range of this gem. Alright, hopefully the beam will be able to deal with everything along the track. And this will just naturally start shooting all of those. Nope, didn't even need to try to freeze that. Even though I had sped it up. And that shadow spawned right where it needed to. I think I did freeze it because it took forever to die to finish the death animation. Okay. Or you can freeze the death animation. I don't know which, but it seems like that's what happened there. This is going really well for only one tower and one trap. Like, I would kind of assume that this would have failed by now. But, like, this is just going really well. We're at the halfway point. Currently wave 40 is on the screen, wave 41 is just spawning in. There's 80 total waves. We've already destroyed wraiths, apparitions, spires, and a shadow demon. And realistically, the only reason I used the shrine was to defeat the apparition that was far away when there was a bunch of things also along its path. I didn't technically need to use the shrine. .21 mana per hit. And it has leached 10,000 mana already. This has gotten 15,000 mana, even though it leeches less. Yeah. This is going really well. Okay. I just need to get back up to 63,000. We're getting a lot of shadow cores, and I've seen a few talisman fragments drop as well. This is going really, really well, actually. Huh. Although now I am starting to run out of the beam every so often. Okay, it's just giants on the field, so let's speed things up a bit. Okay, go back to single speed as all the swarmlings have arrived. Okay. I've got 0.1 seconds left on the beam. Let's not re-up the beam yet. I need 127,000 to upgrade the trap again. Alright, the beam got used, so therefore we reapply. Okay, there's a specter. When it gets closer, I might have to freeze it. I should have... Okay. Let's use this just because there's a bunch of things surrounding it now. It just helps. 40 hits, 37 deaths. Okay, let's just put a bolt on it just to have a level 10. Okay, go to barrage. Swap back to beam. It's really the targeting that's the issue. Having it target the highest banishment cost and specials. It's not always targeting this inside section now. So maybe I need to start targeting least HP. Let's do that. Let's target the least HP, but also try to get the orblet back. Okay, I think least HP was the call. Was the correct call there, I should say. I've lost the orblet, but I think that's okay. Use the shrine to get rid of a bunch of things. The area that this one tower can hit, when it's got barrage and beam, or barrage and bolt, is kind of insane. I mean, in Chasing Shadows, it was a lot easier to get towers to attack literally the whole screen, to the point that you wouldn't even see the enemies sometimes because they would die off screen. Oh, target highest banishment cost again. Okay. Maybe I should just go nearest to orb. Random. Do whatever the heck you want, because it'll probably hit the things that are needed to be hit. Okay. I think random is actually the best choice right now, because it's not just targeting the giant, and it's not just targeting what's in front of it. And then having the beam to target directly in front of it while it's trying to hit something else is actually really nice. Definitely not causing things to die as easily with random targeting. But it is helping every so often. Okay. This is kind of working in a weird way. Barrage is gone, so there's beam. Target the giant. And by that I mean manually target the giant. Go up to least health now. Just because there is a lot of things happening. Target the swarmlings. I have no idea if that's actually helping. It probably is. Looks like it's targeting the swarmlings that are the nearest to the orb. Go after least health for right now. Oh, not structure. Destroy 60 banished monsters with shrines. Go after least health again. Let's freeze those. Slow those. Wait for the bolts to be gone. Use barrage. I don't know if this is working well or not, because I'm fluctuating around the same amount of mana. I'm not gaining mana, necessarily, and I'm not losing mana. But it definitely doesn't feel like I am surviving or thriving. Released health again. Okay. Okay, hopefully this is working. Destroy 790 banished monsters. Ooh. That's definitely not good. Deliver 1200 banishments with the orb. Also not great. And the mana is definitely lowering now than it used to be. Okay. We're not keeping up. Maybe with all the monsters kind of being on the field, I'll be able to eliminate most of them. Wow. Gain 200k XP. That's not bad. Reach 1,000 shrine deaths through all the battles with Blast Wave, and Paranormal Paragon reach 500 non-monsters destroyed through all the battles. And we got an edge piece that's not that great. And 212 Shadow Cores. And we saw the last 5 waves on the sidebar too, so that's not terrible. That was 2.5-ish levels, it looked like. So that went well. Let's see, we can probably upgrade this at least once now. Twice. 3 times. Not bad. 4 times. Or I guess 3 going from upgrade level 1 to 9. Or does it start at 0? It starts at 0. We did it 4 times then. Okay. So we now have more whiteout charge, more beam charge, heavier orblets so they take longer to walk back. The rollback speed is the same as prior though. More maximum shrine charge, more freeze charge. We need 11,000 shadow cores for this one to be able to sock it in this corner piece. As it stands, there's no point in that one. I was able to add it to shape. Alright, those are all good to get destroyed by. Heavier orblets, faster orblet rollback, barrage charge, poison on enemies, and whiteout. Damage to swarmlings, wizard level to XP and mana, that's great. Flying ones, beam charge, and wrath skills. That one's definitely one that I want to upgrade. If I can get the wizard level to be more than the 18% here, that immediately should be socketed in. Alright, let's go endurance mode. Okay. Definitely don't want him coming in there, or there, or here. And we'll just try and fight over on this side for now. We will just go mana, bleed, armor tear mana, yeah. Because bleed makes the next hit afterwards do more. And then we will use a trap there to go bleed, mana, poison, slow. Poison won't really do much. Poison won't do much just because they'll die pretty quickly afterwards, but whatever. Yeah. Alright, and it's just a matter of time as soon as I get the beam. I won't have to banish things. I want to make sure I keep that orblet as long as possible because it just gives me essentially an extra life. Okay. Freeze all of that. Damage all that. Okay, that did not go that well. I only destroyed the first full wave. We'll just restart that. Okay. Let's go down here instead then. Because this is just blockading here and here and here. And then they have to go this way. Bleed and poison, or not poison, bleed and mana. Let's still do armor tearing. And then we'll do just slow and bleed. And mana. Then let's go here for the trap. And we can do some walls there. Wall there. Wall there. And now they're forced to go through that one. Okay. Go slow. Okay. I can't wait. I have to do the beam now. I would have liked to upgrade and then use the beam. I think I gotta use the barrage now too. Let's freeze all of that. Let's slow all of that. Let's just give that a bolt for now. It's okay if it does more damage. It won't do that the whole time. This makes bleed and slow have a higher thing, yeah. Slow all of that. Get beam on there, even though it's not technically the best choice at this second. Okay. I need just a moment to be able to upgrade this. That's level 5 now. We'll put that over to specials. Okay. I think that's stabilized decently well right now. Okay. I wanted to freeze the giant on top of the trap. Use the barrage, even though it's not that great for what we're doing. Go after least health for right now. Or actually just go after swarmlings. Oh, that's giants. Swarmlings is upright. Okay, for the most part, all of the enemies are swarmlings, so kind of works out. Target the least health. Okay. Seems to be working now. We'll speed it up because it's mostly giants on the screen right now. Slow it back down. upgrade and give it beam again. Just wanted to wait until I needed the beam again. Okay. This seems to be going all right now. I'll freeze those on top of the trap. Slow all those. Upgrade that and give it barrage. Give that the beam again. A lot of swarmlings in the next few waves. Okay. I think I'm doing okay right now. Okay. Need 15k for that one, 15k for that. Slow those down. Use the ice shards on that. Upgrade that one. Gives me more mana that way. 4.8 mana per hit again. I say again as if I've had that number on this one. Okay. Until special entities start appearing, until the flying entities start appearing, I should restate that. I feel like I'm okay. Oh, no structure. Give it barrage just to be able to hit the wraith. Or it's not going to target the wraith because it's immune to barrage. Yep, I forgot about that. Oh, that's okay. Oh, I should have upgraded it first. I didn't realize how much mana I had. Whoops. Swapping the earbud around so I can actually still hear. Yeah, I want to make sure I still hit the special entities that fly. especially with Barrage being able to hit a bunch of them at once. I want to try and hit all of that intersection. Okay. Oh, there's a spire as well. I did not see that. Glad I saw it in time, though. Let's just freeze it. Got 31k for both of them. Hit the Wraith, because then I can deal more damage. Even with that extra damage, it wasn't doing that much. Alright, the tower is able to attack it. The beam is attacking everything else. I think that works. We'll speed it up. It is going to destroy a lot of my walls, though. Nope, I have to let it hit the ground first. Reapply those walls. This wall here isn't as important, but I don't want them just sneaking past the little corner there and barely getting hit. Slow all those down. Do some amount of damage to them. Destroy 30 whited out monsters with beam. Didn't know I had it done that. Considering how much I've been using it in the prior episodes, prior levels, whatever. Kind of surprised I hadn't destroyed that many whited out enemies, especially because I've had whiteout for a while. Just the with beam in particular that I evidently was missing. So it's 6.68 mana. This is leech 7,000. This is leech almost 5,000. I guess this does shoot more frequently. Especially with the beam being one of its main damage dealers. One second, and then I put another beam on. Actually, let's go bolt right now. Because of the flying entity. Okay. I can go back to the beam. Just one-shot the Spectre, so I don't even have to worry about it. That's really nice. Oh, there's an apparition flying by as well. The apparition takes 2 hits. The Spectre only took 1. This is working out surprisingly a lot better than I expected. I mean, I think I said that a lot on the last level as well. But we were able to get to level 40 or so relatively easily. Upgrade and give barrage. Yeah, it was around wave 50 to 60 that we started struggling. So I guess this isn't too terribly unexpected. Okay. This is going fine. At least I think it is. Now I'm just kind of using the, whatever these are called, strike spells. Using the strike spells just to use them. Because they do give more XP the more I use them, the more things I hit. There's another special entity about to appear. If it's the Shadow Demon, I hope it lands within the range of my tower. Otherwise, I'm probably going to have a bit of an issue with it. I don't see anything on the map, so it could be a spire that hasn't, I guess, walked quick enough to be on the map. No, it just hadn't appeared on the map yet. Okay. It's dead. Alright. Looks like it gave me 50 or 60 shadow cores. Okay. Barrage is not really doing much. Beam clears them up a lot better. might actually be flying directly into the line of attack over here. Yeah, it did, so I didn't need to freeze it. Glad I waited. Okay, I need 63 million, 63 million? 63,000. Okay. Let's upgrade this. Now I get 9.21 mana per hit. And if it doesn't destroy the monster, the tower then has some amount of extra damage that it can do against it. 13% increased damage for 9.8 seconds. Okay. Alrighty, we're surviving. Now it's just the giants on the screen till those swarmlings appear. Let's go with barrage just to try to deal with the giants a little bit before they get here. Alright, and back to beam. Deal with all the spawnlings and swarmlings. Okay. Go back to barrage now that the beam is gone. Slow them all down. Freeze them in place. Okay. Speed up the giant waves. Go after least health instead. Target swarmlings. Go random. of these have been banished multiple times, so their banishment cost is higher than the giants, apparently. Or they're the spawnlings that came from the giants, and therefore their banishment cost was higher. I don't know which. Could be a combination of both. Least health again. Maybe I should be making the tower level 10 instead of the trap. Upgrade the tower first instead of the trap. That might be what I need to do. Or I just need more giant waves. Rather than increasing the number of swarmlings, I should increase the number of giants and swarmlings. Although the more swarmlings I have, the more XP I get. Because it just means that there's more. I don't know. That's okay. $216 shadow cores, and we destroyed 30 whited out monsters with the beam. Not bad. And we leveled up twice for that as well. Alright, it looks like the entire top section up until Q and T have all of their endurance modes opened. Yeah. So W, S, V, Y, U, X, and Z all have fully utilized endurance modes open. Let's go after one of the new levels. Yeah, let's go after E4 on journey mode, and then we will end for the day after that. Because by the time we are done with this one, it should be about 3 hours from when we started, even with the delay in starting. Okay. So we want them all to come from up here. Four. Do I even need to blockade those parts? Probably not, because just doing this blocks this section off, but I guess if they don't go directly down. Okay, so our damage is going to be poison, armor, bleed, armor. And then our trap is going to be bleed, slow, poison, bleed. I barely have enough mana to do all of that. Okay. So this will allow them to take increased damage, and then this will reduce their armor to do the most damage. Okay. Definitely need that to have beam. And the Forgotten makes these into corrupted mana shards. Increase their specials. Alright. I should have made the tower back further. The Forgotten did something else, but I don't know what. Oh, made all of these marked. Oops. That's not going to be fun to deal with. Gave them all layers of shields and things as well. Let's slow down for a second. I would like to duplicate this. Okay, I remember this one was difficult. Yep. Okay. So what can I do differently? I can put the trap there. I definitely still have to make it so that they can't immediately just walk up this way. So this forces them to have to go up and around this way. This tower wouldn't reach far enough to the sides to do anything about that, though. Let's just go bleed and slow for that. And then armor bleed. I don't think the tower can hit the sides here if I just dampen this one, though. I don't know. We'll try it. Make that level 3 as well. seems to be fine so far. Need 996. Dual gems might just be the answer to what I needed here then. Poison might be not great. Maybe I should still set a tower or so to just attacking that. Well, the giants having shields is a problem. Let's just get rid of those. Make all those slower and more affected. I guess whiteout doesn't actually make that more affected. It's the ice shards. So ice shards makes this do more, which kind of seems odd. Because you'd think whiteout makes the slowing gem do more because it slows them. It's already level 4. Okay. Go after the highest banishment cost. Destroy a whited out possessed monster with bolt. Okay. I don't have enough mana because I had to banish. Okay. All of those are spawning in beacons, which is not good for me. I doubt that this will work. I have to try something. Upgrading is the only way to do more damage. Okay. I think I just need to start with more mana or upgrade my talisman or have more skills, something like that. Because this doesn't actually do anything for that level. So I should just remove it, but okay. Well, I did say I would attempt that, and that would be the end. It has been about 3 hours. I do apologize for starting really late compared to normal. Again, I didn't think turning off the alarms for my 9 and 10 a.m. alarms that I would normally have would mean that I would sleep through the 11:30 alarm to make sure I was awake for... I have the alarm set at 11:30 so that I wake up and eat before I need to start the stream. And didn't do either of those things. So I woke up at 1:50, which is about 50 minutes after I was supposed to start. So do apologize for that. Hopefully tomorrow I will actually not be as exhausted as I was, and I'll be able to wake up on time for that stream. We'll be doing the Age of Mythology Immortal Pillars DLC expansion campaign tomorrow. That'll start at 1 o'clock Central Standard Time, assuming I actually wake up for it, which I'll keep beating myself up over that for a little bit longer, but it's fine. It'll work out. With all of that said, I hope you guys have a good day, a good evening, a good morning, a good afternoon, and a good night, and a good time zone wherever you are. And peace out.